Hello, Moonbeams. Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Moon School. I am Donna, your astrologer and sound healing practitioner. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. And we are back here this week with really getting into the moon energies and the aspects, the major aspects that are happening with the moon. And, why is the moon important? Well, the moon is our inner emotional world. And, I'm all about raising our vibration. And so when we are really self-aware about how we are feeling, then we can consciously choose whether or not those feelings are serving us in some way, right? If they are helping us to move through some difficult things, or it's just us dropping into a sort of victim mindset, right? Or dropping into fear. And so the more self-aware we are about how we're feeling, aka the moon and the energies that she transits every week, then the more consciously we can choose our vibration. So that is why I love, love, love the moon so much, and being in touch with her in terms of living in a cyclical way, getting away from that very linear way of viewing life where we just have to keep going, 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 right? At the same pace and the same energy, with the same output. It's not sustainable and it's not natural, really. So the moon teaches us how to live in harmony with cycles, right? And the more we do that, and we follow the moon and her energies, and we follow the cycle that she goes through each and every month, and we align to that, then all of a sudden we start living more harmoniously. We know when there are times where rest is necessary, where we have more energy to go and get things done and take action, and everything in between. And then we begin to remove judgment on ourselves when we align with these cycles and when we align with the moon and her energies. And it's really an exercise in self-love and self-care as well, to understand that our energy waxes and wanes just like the moon. Okay, so that is my little PSA on the moon and why we should be in touch with her and her energies. And now we are going to get into the energies of this week. The first thing, though, that I want to acknowledge is that Monday we are starting a new month, April 1st. And so happy birthday to all the Taurus babies. If you have never had a solar return chart cast for you, it's really amazing. I do it for myself every year, and it really deeply resonates for me in the things that are playing out for me, both emotionally, like internally, and then externally, how it plays out in my life. It is really fascinating. And so if you are a Taurus baby and you're having a birthday this month and you would like to know what your solar return chart is telling you about yourself, your growth, your experiences in this upcoming year, head on over to my website, and I am going to change it up and put solar return reading, but if you get there before I have that, you can just book a session for natal chart reading and just let me know that you want it to be your solar return. And then we can go from there. Yeah. It's really, really cool, and it really resonates. So if you would like that, I would love to support you in this beautiful birthday gift for yourself, a solar return chart reading. Okay, so let's get into this first week in April. And I really feel that we are in this huge in-between energy, because we have already moved through the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. And yet we have this week to get through now. And then next Monday, on the 8th of April, we are having the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. And so we're still in this in-between eclipse energies. This is such a powerful, like the word that I'm looking for is, it's definitely, we could all be experiencing feelings of like being in a void, right? Like floating in space. And so we feel disconnected with time. We feel either like time is dragging or time is so sped up. We might be feeling very foggy, like we don't have clarity around anything right now. And this is all by design, okay? And so that's the first thing I want to say, so that it's not just you if you're feeling any of these things. And also, I also want to acknowledge that not only are we in this in-between void space between the two eclipses, but Mercury is also retrograde on Monday, April 1st. Okay, so we've already been in the shadow period for Mercury. And so if things have been a little wonky in your communications, your technology, very glitchy, or you just see and feel people coming back from the past, you are going back to the past, you're thinking about memories, a lot of that coming up. This is all right on time. Okay, this is not like some, cosmic, chaos bouillabaisse to just like mess with us, right? This is all orchestrated for us to reflect, go into a period of reflection, especially this week, to be okay and comfortable being in this in-between energy. Now, the ego wants no part of this, right? The ego is like, no, I'm not okay with that. I don't feel comfortable in that. And it's very irritating and I don't want any part of this. But the truth is that these are the moments, these time periods, these little portals that we go through from time to time. This is where a lot gets cleared out, where we are able to kind of slow down and go within so that we can kind of clear the slate, make room for clarity, make room for whatever new we are moving into, whether that is new belief system, new feelings about something, being able to make decisions to move forward so that we can experience new things in our life. And so there's usually a period of release that has to come before that, right? It's like a clearing of the slate. And so we're going to begin the week on Monday and Tuesday. And Mama Moon is going to be in Capricorn. And so you may be feeling at the beginning of the week like you are in touch with what your responsibilities are. You want to get things done that have been on the back burner. You want to tend to those things that you're responsible for. And, we are having a sextile on Monday with Mars. And so that is actually very supportive energy to taking action and getting things done, being assertive, advocating. We're also having really very supportive aspects from Jupiter, the planet of expansion and good fortune, and supportive energy from Saturn. And Saturn rules Capricorn. Okay, so Saturn energy is like, get to work, tap into, buckling down and getting these things done. And guess what? If you do that, you're going to reap the rewards. Okay, so the first couple of days of this week, you may really feel like you have the energy and the motivation to take care of business, whatever that means for you. Pay those bills, get the taxes done, build the thing that you've been putting off, get through all of those emails, finish up that project. Literally whatever it is for you, just know that you have Monday and Tuesday to get it done. That the energies supporting the moon are supporting you for these 2 days. So just tap into that inner discipline that you have within you. Yes, we all have times where we want to procrastinate, where we want to put things off, where things feel too overwhelming for us and we're like, no, I just can't do another thing today. What I'm trying to say is Monday and Tuesday, there's a lot of supportive energy in the skies being filtered through the moon to us to get down to business and get it done. So use Monday and Tuesday to really finish or even not finish, but just tend to whatever it is you really know you need to tend to. It's interesting too because the moon in Capricorn is in the fourth house, and so a lot of this may take place at home. It's interesting. I was speaking with a client about this, and she has off for spring break this week, as do a lot of us. I do as well. I'm recording this on Saturday so that I have it out for you guys on Monday, because I will be away in sunny Florida. Yay. But anyway, back to that fourth house. The moon is going to be in the fourth house in Capricorn. The fourth house is all about home. And so, yeah, maybe this is a great week to clean out the cupboards, clean out the closets, tidy up the desk, go through the bills, make bags for donation, right? Whether it's those canned goods that you're just not going to use in the kitchen, or maybe it's those winter clothes, those clothes you haven't worn in 6 months or a year. Just declutter, get rid of it. Spring cleaning. I want everyone to realize, right, that when we declutter our space, it oftentimes feels like now we're decluttering our internal space. So, and it goes vice versa too, right? So if it helps you first to maybe meditate, take a shower, set these intentions of decluttering the mind and your energy, then you can go ahead and declutter your space, your home space, because these energies are coming through in the fourth house, which is all about our private life, our home space, our home within ourselves. Okay, so yeah, so we are really having that supportive energy Monday and Tuesday. I would also say, though, that Tuesday we are having, the moon is squaring Chiron. And so that might be emotionally uncomfortable, not going to lie, okay? Some old wounds may be coming up. You may be triggered by someone or something. And so remember that if that is happening for you, it is happening for you, right? It's not happening to you. It is happening for you so that you can take a look at what still needs to be healed. And if something is coming up for you at the beginning of this week that you are getting triggered emotionally, remember these are old wounds. Yes, whoever or whatever is happening right now may feel hurtful, but it's triggering an old wound within you, not feeling good enough, feeling rejected, feeling abandoned. Maybe it's around your self-worth, self-value. Whatever it is for you, ask yourself, where is this really coming from? How far back does this go? And how can I heal it in this moment? How can I go within and give myself and my inner child all the love, all the support, all the self-care in this moment? Because whatever's coming up at the beginning of the week, it's coming up for a release, because next Monday, when we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, that solar eclipse is going to be conjunct Chiron. And so this healing it is happening for all of us on a mass scale. And so if you are getting triggered emotionally at the beginning of this week, just know you are right on time. And it is happening for you so that you can feel it and really be in touch with what is the deeper meaning here, right? It's not just to make you feel bad or sad or left out. It is asking you, how can I support myself more? How can I show myself that I'm not being abandoned? Because I will never abandon myself. I am not being rejected because I will never reject myself. I am good enough for all the things that I want. I value myself to the point where I know my worth and I'm not going to settle for less, right? However this is showing up for you, this is asking you to connect on a deeper level with yourself. Okay, so now we are going to move on to Wednesday. And Wednesday, the moon, when we wake up Wednesday morning, the moon will have flowed into Aquarius. And so the moon is also going to be conjunct Pluto. I find this to be really fascinating. The moon in Aquarius is conjunct Pluto. And so the moon in Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, right? Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. This is the divine mind, cosmic consciousness. And yet she is aligning with Pluto. And Pluto is the collective evolution, right? The truth teller. And so Wednesday, you may be getting some incredible divine downloads for yourself about the truth, right? Whatever truth with a capital T that you need to see and hear now and know, really deeply know. Because Aquarius is knowing. It's not belief. It's just knowing. It's like, I know what I know. I don't know how I know it, but I just know it. Okay. And so this is actually happening. The moon in Aquarius is going to be in the 5th house. And so among other things like romance and children and creativity, beautiful creativity, right, is also the inner child. And so whatever you might have been triggered around emotionally, those inner child wounds, you may now on Wednesday and even to Thursday have a real knowing about whatever that wound was and a knowing about how you can heal it now. You know, on Wednesday and Thursday, the moon in Aquarius is also getting a super duper supportive aspect to the South Node. And so we are able to release with ease and grace those old wounds. And so we're getting so much support in this. This week is such a big week of connecting with our higher selves. You know, first we're clearing the slate, right? We're getting things done. We are really grounding in those energies of I know I can get things done. I trust myself. I know I have the self-discipline. It's like your inner masculine is stepping up to support you in tying up some loose ends, getting things some things done, clearing, decluttering, clearing the slate. And then once we do that, some stuff may come up to the surface emotionally, right? That we're being triggered, we're triggering our old wounds, but then we're getting this beautiful supportive aspect to really see the truth of this and to let it all go with ease and with grace. We're really being supported in that, so that by the time we come to Friday and then the moon moves into Pisces, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like whatever needs to finally go and we have like a culmination, a graduation, a real sense of ending. That's coming in for us Friday and Saturday. And I'm not going to lie, you may feel sad. You may feel sad. You may feel down. You may feel like you're grieving something at the end of the week. You may just you may feel tired. You know, weird, like really like weary, like you just need to rest, like you just need to get in the bed and take a nap. That may come up too. Tears may come up. Whatever it is, just let it come. And when it's coming through you and moving through you, please be kind and compassionate to yourself. Okay? Because this is all a huge time of releasing. We're purging what needs to go energetically within us. And I promise that come the eclipse and then the days, weeks, and even months after, it's like you will have shed a skin and you will be that new. You will be walking around in that new skin where it's radiant and you are really embodying a new self, a new sense of self. And so whatever you're going through towards the end of the week emotionally, if that comes up for you, just know you're right on time. And it's all to help you release the old layers so that we can make space for the new versions of ourselves that are ready, that we are ready to step onto that new path. I'm seeing right now the beautiful golden brick walkway in The Wizard of Oz, right? The yellow brick road. Duh, I couldn't think of it. The yellow brick road that we are, but it's golden. It looks really super glowing and radiant and golden. And that is what I see for us going forward. Because we have done so much healing. It's not to say like we're ever done, but we've done a big old chunk of it, guys. We need to acknowledge that for ourselves and say that is not going unnoticed. And this week is the final week for us in a lot of ways to let those last remnants come through and be released and purged. Because I am going to give you a heads up that on Monday with that solar eclipse, we are seeing the sun, moon, and Chiron, the wounded healer, right, at 19 degrees. And that is significant. That is a culminating degree. It is an actualizing degree. It is also a Libra degree. And so we are coming into balance because we are culminating tremendous old cycles and patterns, and we are moving into a more actualized sense of self. And I will talk about this more when I do the podcast for that solar eclipse, because it's so big for us on an individual level and of course on a collective level. But I like to focus on how it's playing out for us individually, because for each of us individually, as we heal, then the collective heals, right? And so, again, just to kind of Iterate that this week, yes, it may feel like we're in an in-between. We may have some more grounded energies coming in on Monday and Tuesday. We may be midweek, triggered emotionally. We may then be moving into a real sense of release and purging, and the tears may come, or we just really feel exhausted and we just need to rest. And it's all building. This week is all building towards that new moon solar eclipse next Monday. And so I think my main message for this week ahead is that let whatever needs to come up and out through you. Please know that you are right on time for all of this, and that every time we go through one of these purges, these triggers and releases emotionally, we are leveling up, guys. This is not just to make life hard or difficult, right? This is happening for us, and for those of us who are aware and we can work with these energies, right? We know that we're about to level up. We are about to step on a new path on that yellow brick road, right? Towards our hopes, dreams, and wishes. Towards our new sense of self, that healed sense of self. Isn't that what Dorothy was doing in The Wizard of Oz the whole time? She was releasing her fears the whole way. By the end, right, when she meets the wizard, she's like totally in her power, standing up for herself because she sees the truth of what was behind the curtain. And so we are all stepping into that. That is what this new moon eclipse in Aries with Chiron right there at 19 degrees, we are actualizing our next version of us. And so whatever we need to move through this week, let's move through it. Let's really feel it all. Move through it, because we know that we are leveling up, and it is right around the bend. I am so excited for whatever's going to come up this week, because I know it's an opportunity for me to release some really old stuff so that I can shed that skin, so that I can leave those old fears behind and see the truth of who I am and what my power is, so that I can then live a more authentic version of me. I wish that for all of you. So, that being said, I would really love to know this week how these energies are playing out for you. And if anything that I am sharing here resonates and plays out, please come back to the video anytime during the week for support, to feel a sense of empowerment, and leave me a comment. I would really love to be able to connect with you in that way, and to know that what is coming through for me in these podcasts and what I'm sharing with you is supporting you. That is my whole mission here. So that's it, beautiful moonbeams. I'm wishing you an amazing week. Whatever you're going to move through, you're right on time. And I will see you all on the other side next Monday for that new moon solar eclipse in Aries podcast. It's going to be really amazing. And I will see you soon under the moon. Love you all. Bye-bye.